So there's going to be a Powerpuff Girls live action show premiering this fall, I guess, on the CW. Why? I'm guessing for the money, since that is what Hollywood is all about. Who asked for this? We have the original Powerpuff Girls. There was the 2016 Powerpuff Girls reboot, which ended up getting canceled on June 16th, 2019, 2 years ago. Uh, Probably due to ratings, or a lot of people were not feeling it. I don't think this live action show will last long. It will probably last for 3 seasons, and that's it. Now, the premise is that the Powerpuffs are now disillusioned 20 somethings who are resentful at losing their childhood to fight crime and are faced with the choice of reuniting when the world needs them more than ever. Really? So they have the Powerpuffs as disillusioned 20 somethings where they're resentful at losing their childhood to fight crime? Sorry, that doesn't sound like Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, because the girls seem like they enjoy fighting crime. So I really don't think they felt like they lost their childhood and they felt resentful about it. They love fighting crime. So why, with them being 20 somethings, they're resentful at losing their childhood because of fighting crimes? I don't get that. Really? Whatever. Craig McCracken is not involved with the show. No surprise. I mean, he wasn't even involved with the 2016 reboot. So why the heck would he even be involved with this live action show? I swear, they don't be doing Craig McCracken right. Y'all, stop messing with Craig McCracken. Why are you doing this to him? However, Craig McCracken declared his liking of Berlanti's superhero shows and admitted he is, quote, curious, unquote, to see what they do with their adaptation. Now, let's take a look at the cast. Chloe Bennett of Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be Blossom. The lovely Dove Cameron of Disney Channel's Liv and Maddie and from the Descendants movies will be Bubbles, and another woman I have never heard of by the name of Yana Perrault will be Buttercup. There are the women in the candy-colored dresses. Dove Cameron looks pretty cute as Bubbles. She can rock it all day, every day, 24/7, including on Halloween. Donald Faison will be Professor Utonium. Yes, the same Donald Faison who was Murray in the Clueless movie and television show, and Christopher Turk of Scrubs. Nicholas Podany as Jojo, the son of Mojo Jojo. Tom Kenny will be back for his role as the narrator, and Robin Lively will be Miss Sarah Bellum. Yes, she will be Miss Sarah Bellum. Now, with her portraying as Miss Bellum, is the live action show going to have Miss Bellum like show her actual face like they did in that one Powerpuff Girls TV movie for the first time ever? Or are they going to have Miss Bellum on the live action show not have her face shown, but have nothing but her chest shown, just like in the cartoon show? Are they going to do that? I mean, if they just have her chest showing in the live action show, I would die. I'll be laughing my foot off. I'll be losing it. But I highly doubt they're going to do that. They'll probably just show her actual face, and, I'm sure they will. In fact, here's a photo of Robin Lively on set as Miss Bellum. So it seems like she's going to be seen like this in the show. It's not going to be her tits just being shown in a live action show. I mean, I figured that, especially after when Miss Bellum was taken off of the 2016 Powerpuff Girls reboot, because I guess they didn't want her to be seen as just a sexual object. I guess on their part, they probably didn't think it was appropriate for the kids to watch it or whatever, so they got rid of her for good. It's like, really? Look, Miss Bellum was always like this. Her face was never shown, and it was just her body. It was like that in the cartoon. Why all of a sudden they would get rid of her in the 2016 reboot? We need to talk about Donald Faison portraying as Professor Utonium and Yana Perrault portraying as Buttercup. Now, obviously, Donald and Yana, they're black. So, why is Donald portrayed as Professor Utonium and Yana portrayed as Buttercup? Because last time I checked, Buttercup and Professor Utonium are white. They're white characters. So why in the blue moon would you have two black people playing two characters who are white characters? Am I missing something here? Because I know I'm not the only one who asked this question. I know you guys were like, wait, they're black. Why are they playing Buttercup and Professor Utonium? Buttercup and Professor are white. They're not black. I know I'm not the only one. Now, I don't know if they're doing this just to spice things up. I hope they're not doing this just to please people of color. Because that's what it seems like that's what they're doing. Either way, you don't have to do the whole please people of color, okay? If Buttercup and Professor Utonium have always been known as white characters, which they obviously were, then I expect you to have some white people portraying as Buttercup and Professor. You having two black people play as white characters, I'm sorry. What are you trying to do? Confuse people? That's not how that works. How does that work? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. And this is another example. This reminds me of the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show on Nickelodeon. They have a black April O'Neil. Why do they have April black on the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show? Because last time I checked, April O'Neil was always a white girl with red hair. A redheaded white girl. So why all of a sudden, in the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show, you have a black April O'Neil? Let me guess, were they trying to spice it up and probably please people of color? You didn't need a black April O'Neil. If April was always white with red hair, then you should have gotten April again as white with red hair. Why are you trying to spice it up by having a black April? What is going on? And then there's this YouTuber where I watched a video where he was talking about his thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls live action show. He mentioned about how Buttercup is a rebellious character. And so he wasn't sure about Yana, who was a black woman, portraying as a rebellious character in Buttercup. Because apparently he was bringing up about stereotypes about black people, or I guess majority black women maybe, are seen as rebellious people. And if that's the case, that does seem a bit effed up. I mean, the stereotype about black people, all black people being rebellious, that's obviously not true. I mean, anybody can be rebellious. You can have people that are white that can be rebellious.
Not like I have any issue with her being black at all, but why does the black one have to be labeled as the rebellious one in the entire group? What happened to Blossom being black? What happened to Bubbles being black?
And see, if you're doing this with Yana portraying as Buttercup, where she's portraying the rebellious character, but Yana's black, that's not good, especially if that's considered a stereotype. Like, come on, what are you doing? So anyways, these are my thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls live action show that's coming to the CW. I really don't think this live action show was needed, and I highly doubt it's going to last long. This was just Hollywood doing it because they're running ideas and for the sake of money. This was not needed. So you guys tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on the live action show. What do you think of the casting? What do you think of Donald Faison and Yana Perrault portrayed as Professor Utonium and Buttercup, even though they're black? Do you see this as them doing this to please people of color? And do you think this live action show is actually going to work? Do you think it was needed? Please tell me your thoughts later.